Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the broadcast of the 2022 Carosella Bonspiel. Once again, my name is Hugh. I'm here from Schenectady, New York, the Schenectady Curling Club. Very happy to bring you all of the action this weekend. We've got 4 draws today, starting with this 8:30 a.m. draw. Let's go ahead and introduce the 4 matchups we've got going on here. Over on sheet 1, that is out of Metcalf, Rolling Stones versus the team out of Albany, Hull in 1 or 4. On sheet 2, we've got the team out of Nutmeg, that is the Vice is Right, going up against the other Metcalf team, that is Sweeping Beauties. Here on sheet 3, we've got Team Dollins out of Schenectady versus Come On Down Rink, also out of Schenectady. And then, over on sheet 4, that is $1 retail price from Albany versus the Cliffhangers of Schenectady. 4 sheets going on here. Once again, it is Pool B and Pool C play here to start the day. In our next draw at 11 a.m., it will be 2 of the A teams on sheets 1 and 4. But for now, we'll just wait until the players get out onto the ice. The ice is ready. The players are now making their way out into the shed. Here for draw number 3. First draw of day 2 at the Carousel Bonspiel. Once again, we're on sheet 3 here. These 2 overhouse views are of sheet 3, so we'll be broadcasting that game in particular. That game going on between Team Dollins of Schenectady and Come On Down Rink of Schenectady. And on sheet 2, you should be able to see some action as well as on sheet 4, but you do not have the luxury of the overhead views. But sheet 2, as previously mentioned, is the Vice is Right from Nutmeg versus the Sweeping Beauties of Metcalf. And then on sheet 4, it is that other Pool B pairing, $1 retail price from Albany versus the Cliffhangers from Schenectady. And all of the information on the draws is available on our social media. You can find us SchenectadyCurlingClub.us, Schenectady Curling Club on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram at Curl Schenectady. There should be a link to a spreadsheet where you'll be able to see all of the draws and all of the rosters. I'll give you some rules information as to how the seeding will work upon the conclusion of pool play. Let's go over yesterday's results. Every team played once in Pool A. We've got Curl On Down and Team Januszewski, both on 1 win, and Big Wheel Peelers and Actual Retail Ice dropping their matchups. In Pool B, the Vice is right and Cliffhangers got the wins. Sweeping Beauties and $1 retail price looking to bounce back today. And then in Pool C, Dollins and Come On Down Rink got their wins. Rolling Stones and Hole in 1 or 4 lost in those matchups. But they're on the ice now looking to get it going here. This is a matchup here between the two teams that won their first matchups yesterday. So one of these teams is going to be in a great spot if they go 2-0 here to start pool play. Handshakes have been had, and we've had the toss, and it looks as though Come On Down Rink has won the toss and taken the hammer in the first end. Oh, here we go. This is Team Dollins. The lead for Team Dollins is Lynn Momra-Zielinski. First Stoney's out of this Pool C matchup. They're not touching it just yet. Seems like it has a good amount on it, but they're sweeping it now. They've realized that, ice this early on, first stone thrown in the match can be pretty slow. They've got it over the hog line. This one will come to rest about at the TV line. Not a bad shot at all. Zielinski, one of the players that uses the delivery stick instead of sliding. Now here's Kirsten Hodgson for Come On Down Rink. There's her first. They're sweeping this one. This does appear to be pretty light, especially in the first end here. You should be able to get it over the hog line. I don't know if it's going further than that red stone. No, it'll come to rest just left of the center line. 2 high guards played on the first 2 rocks. This one coming in. It is an out turn on the right side of the rink. They are sweeping it here. I don't think this one has the legs. No, it does not. They're going to take it out of play. Does not get past the hog line. This one, I think this one needs to be swept as well, and they've made that decision. They're sweeping it. They're going to try and get it over. And that one, another hog stone. 2 hog stones in a row. One from each team. Trying to figure out the pace of this ice early on here. Now here's Caitlin Holt. This one's got more pace on him, looking to get this one into the house. Taking a very wide approach here. Could slow down at least a little bit, but perhaps not enough. They're chasing after it, and I think it just might be too heavy going through the house, and indeed, it will. The second here for Come On Down Rink is Emily Erk. There's her first. This one I think might be the pace we're looking for. Maybe a little bit heavy, but this one should come to rest in the house. It's certainly further than a guard. They're sweeping it now. They're going to try and get this one to come in behind those two guards. They shouldn't need to sweep it anymore, and that one will come to rest. Just biting the button. Behind that two-guard complex, it looks like they might try and take it out here. Bolt's second here, first. Sweeping this one. Might make it to the 12-foot circle, but not much further than that. Just short. Team's sort of feeling it out here in the first end. Just the one stone in the house so far. Trying to get it right. And I've just now realized my error. I think our Dollins was throwing the lead stones, but is now in the house. I'm not the best with names, so I'm just reading what's put in front of me, but of course, there's no rules saying you have to be on the ice in a certain formation. Now here's this next red stone. First of the two vice stones. They're sweeping it now, trying to get it to curl. They needed to curl just a little bit here. And it will somewhat bury the red. No, the red one does come outside. Right now it is yellow, sitting just to one stone. Playing without the hammer, you'd think that Team Dollins would accept just 1 point given up here in the first end, but obviously they would love to steal if given the opportunity. First of the vice stones here for Come On Down Rink. No sweeping just yet. You're trying to let this one run its course. Looks like it will just freeze onto that red stone. Just a bit of a tap there. Trying to put this one just inside of that yellow stone, inside the 4-foot circle. Let's see if they can play it as they drew it up. They're not sweeping this one just yet. They're getting ready to. Yep, they're now sweeping this one hard. Trying to make sure it doesn't curl over into that yellow guard. But also trying to make sure it has the distance here. They need to sweep it if they want to get it to that spot they were looking for. They're just not going to get it. That's going to come to rest inside the 8-foot circle, but good job getting it around there. All right, trying to put this one right at the top of the 8-foot circle. See if we can get 2 solid draws in a row here to start this one off. This is the final of the 2 Vice Rocks for each team. Stone is out. They are sweeping this one, trying to make sure it doesn't overcurl, and it's definitely overcurling. Gonna hit that guard that they put up there. Just barely. It does not have great pace, so not a whole lot of damage done. Let's see what Thomas wants to do here. Trying to play one with control weight here, make sure that their stones are still hanging around. This one has plenty of weight. Bolt has called them off. They are sweeping it now, trying to get it. Is just going to scrape their own and basically just replace that stone they had on the right side with the one they just threw. So now, how are they going to draw this one up here? At the line. Now we have, for this come on down ranked team, 4 stones thrown in a row by an Eichholz. Catherine and Kirsten on this team. Tip of the team is Kirsten Eichholz. The vice is Catherine. And that front end of Emily Irk and Kirsten Hodgson. 2 Kirstens here. Here's the throw. Got a good amount of pace here. They are trying to play a takeout. This one needs to curl. It needs to curl fast. They're trying to promote the curl with the sweep, and they are just going to miss it. Oh, they'll tap it. Tap it and bring both of those reds just in the 8-foot circle. Now here's the last stone of the first end for the red. Let's see here. No sweeping just yet. Sweeping it now, though. Let's see how this one ends up. Trying to promote theirs into the house. There's not enough weight. I think they wanted to try and promote that one into the 4-foot circle. Now an opportunity for Come On Down Rank to take 2 here in the first end, if they can get through all of those stones in the front of the house. Sweeping this one hard. Trying to play the draw into the 4-foot circle. Score 2 here, but this one does not nearly have enough weight. They are not going to bother at that point. That one does not even make it to the hog line. So that'll score 1 yellow after 1 end. Come On Down Rink 1. Team Dollins no score with the hammer here in the second end. Dollins, the skip of this team, throwing the lead stones. She'll set up. And Kirsten Hodgson, she's in first here for Come On Down Rink, no longer with the hammer after scoring in that first end. First stone is out. A little bit of sweeping here, just from the inside sweeper. Now both are on. And gotten off it now. This one should turn out pretty nicely on the center line. Just about top of the 12-foot circle there. Now coming into the 8. And had a lot of rollout at the end. We'll have to keep a note of. Dollins is first. As I mentioned, throwing the lead stones, despite being the skip. Every team has their own strategy, and this is theirs. She takes her walk up. Lets the stone go. Needs it to curl. She's saying she needs it to curl. And it doesn't look like it's going to. This takeout did not work out at all. It was played a little bit wide. Let's see what Hodgson does here. With a little less pace. It is looking pretty nice. They are sweeping it, though. They do want to extend the length of this one. It's past the hog line, but it won't go much further than that. All 3 sweeps. That does still leave that first stone very exposed, and Dollins is going to try for the takeout here again. Not a lot of ice given. Takes her walk. There goes the stone. This one needs to curl again. Still coming out. It's coming out. It's got less curl on it. Now they're on it. Got less handle, and it's really starting to curl in now. That thing just dug in and went. I think they'll get this one into the house, but not exactly the shot that they were looking for. They're try and freeze it to their existing stone in the house. perhaps get a little bit of contact here, and they haven't really given it a lot of ice. Being a pretty narrow line, so that would suggest a harder shot here. They are sweeping this one. This does seem to be coming in pretty narrow. When he's coming in towards the center line now. Does not have the distance it needs. They're going to try and sweep it and just bite the 12 foot, but I'm not sure it's going to get there. Foot or two short. So now Holt steps into the hack. They're sweeping this one. This one is looking to be much better takeout here. We'll hit it pretty well on the nose. Yellow stone out. Red stone just drifts across center line. Stone's out now. They're going for another takeout here. It is over curling already. This might hit their own guards here. Oh, it does. It might hold. It just might hold. And it does. That is a very well-placed shot. Exactly what they needed. Former RPI curler. Schenectady hosts a yearly RPI Bonspiel. She slips on that one, and be interesting to see where this one ends up. They are sweeping it, trying to make sure it doesn't overcurl. That one will hit that guard. Stones are out of the house and taken out of play. Not the worst result. It does simplify things in there, but not exactly what they were hoping for. Now into the Vice Stones here. This one is certainly wide unless it starts coming in. They're sweeping it now. It's starting to curl. Not halfway down the ice. They bit in here. They're going to get this one pretty good. They'll promote their rock just past the T line there in the button. They're still sitting just the 1 point right now, but taking control of the center of the house. Collins is going to try and remove that from play with the takeout here. One gonna come in. They've been curling right around the center of the ice. They're sweeping it now. It's starting to go. It also doesn't have great weight on it. This one isn't gonna get around that yellow stone. And I I don't know who has closest there. It might be that stone just thrown. Looking at it from the top view, it does appear to be one of the red stones. Whether it's the one on the left or the one on the right, not sure. But they're all pretty close for sure. So let's see where this one ends up once again. About halfway down the sheet. Right about now, they've started to curl. They're trying to sweep this one, trying to prevent it from curling. It is really going. We'll just nick their guard. Balance draws up here. Gonna try and hit that stone, the red stone. Try and play the double here. They hit it right where they want it to. That stone sitting in the house will carry them right into the stone on the button. Let's see about it though. They're sweeping, trying to stop it from over curling. How's this one going to end up here? Just going to come a little bit off. But that will be a good effort there. Stone's out of the center of the house. It does seem as though it is now 2 to red. Lots of discussion going on inside the house here as to how they want to play this shot. Four stones remaining in this end, 2 for each team. They're sweeping this one hard and from the start. And it might be narrow. They've gotten off it for now. Let's see how this one ends up. No more sweeping all the way. And that will take out the red without removing any of the yellow stones from play. And that knot they just threw is in the 12-foot circle. And Dons is calling up a draw here, trying to get it in that hole on the left side of the house. We'll have to see. Gode's already out. Is this going to be the shot they wanted? It does appear to be just a little bit heavy. And it's got to curl around that yellow. It does, and it's going to come to rest. Just in the back of the house, leaving, it would seem, that yellow just in. Now, do they want to play the draw here? They're going to try it. Last rock of the first. Or come on down rink is on the way. No sweeping just yet, about halfway down now. And want to let it curl. They're sweeping now. Let's see how this one ends up. It is a little bit heavy. And that should come to rest. Just frozen onto that red one there. That's a decent effort there. It does now appear that the yellow stone is the shot rock here in the second end. Final stone now of the second end. Coming from Lynn. See what she can draw up here. They're sweeping it now. Are they going to promote this yellow stone into the house? Is it just going to get by? It'll just get by and have too much on it? Let's see here. That is going to get swept. And that is red counting. That is a great effort there. Might need to see a measurement here. We'll have to see. Discussions going on. What'll it be? Looks like they are going to get the measurement device here. This is the first one we've seen so far in this tournament. So they'll remove all of the non-offending rocks out of play. Get the measurement ready here. All right, let's see here. Just gonna be a couple rocks here. Bringing it over. It is counting at least one red, we know that. But is it going to be two or even three? All right, they've counted that red one. That will be, I believe, a score of 2. Team Dollins there. After 2, they have 2. Come on down rink with 1. So now Dollins here skipping this team, throwing the lead rocks. We're going to have another measurement over on sheet number 4. Depths. There we go. There's the throw. Let's see how this one ends up. One does have plenty of pace on it again. It's going to come down here pretty solidly. Will be just through, I think, with the sweep. The sweep has brought it all the way through. Good sweeping there from the skip for Come On Down Rink to get that one through the house. And now, so it is going to be played more towards the corner here with how the line was put. Both sweepers are on it now. Since finished. This one might just make it into the house. Yes. And their corner, 12-foot circle. And now they're going to try and play it in behind it. If Dons can deliver here. Scoring these lead stones for her team. And sweeping this one pretty aggressively. This one does not seem like it will end up behind that yellow stone. They've just decided to leave it. It'll end up past the hog line and decently close to the house, but it is now serving as a guard for that yellow stone. Now come on down, Rick. Gonna try and get one on the other corner in the house here. First stone of arc in this third end. 8-end game. Will end up just past the tee line if they get. Well, no, it'll come up short, but hey, that's a great effort there. That's how they drew it up, just about. Now in steps Caitlin Holt. Playing the takeout shot here, it would seem. They do need to prevent it from curling. That's looking really good. They are starting to get on it now. Great shot. Another takeout being called here. And where is this one going to go? It will tap it. Is he going to have enough to bring it out of the house? Good sweep there. And that one will be out. Good peel. Second and final shot here in the third end. This one progressing pretty nicely. They do seem to be a little bit ahead of schedule. But this one is going to be ahead of how heavy they wanted to throw it. Come out of the house. Four draws planned for today. This is draw number 3 of the Bonspiel. Draw number 4 will be at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And want to draw this one in. They're sweeping it pretty hard here. Is it getting there? Yes, it has gotten to the hog line. They just want to get it as deep as they can. We'll serve the role of a corner guard. we'll have to see how they can play off of that now. McDonald's is calling up the draw to come in behind that guard. Not in possession of the hammer here. This team Dollins, so they're going to want to play to prevent all the scoring here. Sweeping this one in really hard, trying to get it in and around. And I think they'll be pretty happy with that effort there. About half the stone is showing from my angle. What it would appear on the overhead. So they're going to try and take it out here. It is a little bit exposed, so we'll have to see. I'm on downrank. Would like to remove this stone from the house because then that stone they have on the very corner of the 12 would be scoring with this one. Might be over curling. It might be over curling just into their guard. And yes, that will contact their guard. I'm out of play. They do have two stones biting up on the right side, but is not what they had hoped for. And Dollins is now just going to play the guard here. Guard that stone again? No, they're going to play it in behind. Just changed the shot. They're going to want to play in behind those two yellow stones and behind the red stone as well. Here's Pearson. Let's see how this one turns out. Mullins thinks it has the weight. Holt is sweeping hard now. On and off. This one is just rolling too much. They really wanted it to curl in and stay, but unfortunately had just a little too much weight on it. And they're going to try and take this stone out. It'll be an out turn. The right-hander. This one is getting swept hard and fast. It is going to over-curl if they're not careful here. It's already the TV line. This one is not going to get the job done. That is well wide. That is on the 8-foot well. Now just the skip rocks remaining here in the third end. Rosalinski, she is throwing the skip rocks for this team. This one does not appear to have a whole lot of pace on it. Yes, they are down on it. Trying to sweep it there. I don't think it'll be worth it. I don't know if this is getting there. They're going to try. This one will just sneak on past the hog line there. Good effort. Some discussion as to how this shot is going to be played. These two teams who both won their first match here in Pool C will be a very, very good thing if one of them go 2-0 to start here. Very good chance that they would make up make it into the A final here. See, this one will just scrape by that red one, and it's going to hit pretty well on the nose. That's a good takeout there. Here, the last stone for Team Dollins in end number 3. Where's this one? And that looks like they're trying to play that same draw shot as before, getting it in behind onto the 4-foot. They are sweeping it. Is this one gonna get around that guard? Yes. Just might. No. We're gonna try and sweep it. I don't know whose rock is further up there. There is obviously that first yellow stone inside the 8-foot circle, but from there, is it counting 2 for yellow or is it counting 2 for red? Last stone of the third end is on the way. They are sweeping it hard. This one might overcurl. They needed to hit that stone just on the other side of the center line. And it could be sitting 4 here. And that one is. You do just that. That is 4 for Come On Down Rink. They'll take the lead 5-2 here after 3. For Come On Down Rink will be a guard there in between the TV line and the center line. And based on updates I have received, I can say that the spreadsheet that we have online is posting incorrect information. Dollins did not win their first matchup. That was Rolling Stones Rink out of Metcalf in the first draw. So please make a note of that in your own brains. We'll see if we can't get that updated. This one getting swept pretty hard. It is end number 4, so the rink is starting to come up to speed here. This one, will they get across? Yes. Good sweeping effort. That one will come to rest on the TV line. Just about even with that first guard thrown. Second stone here for Hodgson. Let's see. One has plenty of pace on it. I don't think they need to touch it. This one is going to get swept a little bit there. We'll get it into the 12-foot circle, but that is a pretty good effort. That stone is decently well hidden behind the guard. Perhaps a little bit too deep, but I think they will be fine with that at this stage. We do have the 3-rock advantage here in this match. They have the opportunity to go 2-0 here. And they're sweeping this one hard and fast from the start. Looks like it's going to come into contact with that guard if it gets there. No, this one will not reach the hog line. Will it? No, they've gotten off it in that one, yeah. It did. They got off it early, perhaps in a sign of utility for their sweeping, but they were able to get it there. Is getting swept now. Just going to pass the hog line here. Are they going to get it around that guard? No, it will make contact, and they could try and sweep this one in, but it is just taking a little too wide of a trajectory. The center line is wide open here, but they'd be able to get it in and around. That is another question. This is not a very draw-friendly line up here. Seems like it is just a little bit closed off, unless they want to, play a lot of corner shots here. I think a couple corner shots in the house here would be very well defended here, with 2 guards on either side of the sheet of ice here. Sheet 3 at the Schenectady Curling Club. This one just about to reach the hog line, and they are not touching it. He's the one that curls just a little more. That one will come to rest just in front of that yellow stone inside the 8-foot circle. That is a very, very good effort. Come on down, Rink. They are making the call here that they want the stone over there as well. Sweeping this one. Let's see here, halfway down the ice. Let's see here. This one's going to come down very nicely. It's going to rest just where they wanted it to. Exactly the shot blade. Just a little bit of a bump on that red stone. That is beautiful. A lot of very interesting formations we've got here. Going to try and contact the stone. See here, is this one going to curl? It does need to curl. It's on the wrong side of the center line right now. And I think this might just brush that stone in the back. Well, it'll just hit the front one. Not really move it a whole lot. Not a whole lot of change after that shot there, although it does somewhat move them out of line. Come on down, Rink. They want this one to end up in the top of the house here. Let's see if they can deliver. Let's see here. This one does have a lot of pace on it. I don't think they're going to need to touch this one. Might hit that guard. And he does. Really makes the center wide open once again here. Let's see how this one will turn out. Holding on the center line here. They're going to sweep it. It is curling off. They need to get it out of the way of that guard. They've missed one. Are they going to miss the others? I think it'll just nick it. Yep, but that will put them on the button there. It is a good result from what might not have been the initial call. But it does leave a pretty wide open takeout here. Or come on down, Rink. Michaels, can she deliver? They're sweeping this one hard. This might overcurl if they're not careful here. This one's coming just down onto the center line. That rock is on the center line. Let's see. How is this one going to bounce? It does, unfortunately, knock one of those stones out of the house. And the red stone is still in the house. It'll be interesting to see. Collins is calling for the shot just the top of the 8-foot circle here. A little bit off the corner. It's got plenty of weight on it. They want it to finish in the top of the house. But will it? Now they're sweeping it. One might not have what they need. That's right sweeping there from Holt. And I'll get that one just into the 4-foot. Perhaps onto the button here. Yes, onto the button in position with the center line. That's an okay shot when that does, again, leave a wide open takeout. And we'll see if Come On Down Rink wants to take it. Discussion inside the house how they want to play this one. They can, prevent a big score here from Dollins or even perhaps steal. That would put them in a commanding position here. Already up 3 in the middle of the 4th end. Here comes this stone. They are sweeping it. It might be narrow. No, they've gotten off it now. Bit of a slip. All good. This one's got a curl. Well, they take out their own. That's not exactly what they might have wanted. That red stone is still hanging out. And Dawn's calling for the takeout. Roll weight. Want their stone to hang out. Because right now the situation is, if this yellow stone goes, it would be at least 3 to red. Maybe even 4, depending on the positions. Let's see, they're sweeping this one hard. This one might just overcurl a little bit. A little knock. A little bump. And that redstone is perhaps just out. But it is still a decent situation. Currently 2 in favor of Team Dons. Let's see. Two rocks remaining in this end. Come on, downrank. We'll be able to throw their last. So it is on the way here. And they're not sweeping yet, but they're thinking about it. Yes, they are sweeping this one. They need to make sure that it is the shot rock here. Let's see, they're going to want to get it right onto that broom. 3 sweeping players here. Are they going to get it? It's not the worst effort in the world. Dollins knows the shot. They want that rock to come out to the right side, out of play. And they deliver. They're sweeping this one. They think it's going to overcurl. They want to hit it on the left side, on the inside of that yellow stone. Job done. Is that going to overgo? No, that is good. Like 3 red. Just like that. We're all tied up again. 5 apiece through 4. Now Don's getting ready to throw the first stones of the 5th end. We are halfway through here. We're tied at 5 apiece. This 8-end match. Round number 3 of the 2022 Carosella Bonspiel. We're just going to leave this one where it lies. Be past the tee line here, could be swept well out if they get a good sweeping job. And I'm not sure if that's biting or not. I think that might just be biting. They're going to leave it in for now. And our camera angle is not directly over the button. It is a little bit high. So the angles might be a little different when you're right over the stone. We're going to leave this one as well. No sweeping. It's just to the hog line. Still no sweeping here. And this one will end up into the 8-foot circle on the center line. Not a bad shot at all. They're just going to try and stack up here. See if Nobbins can get it to go. Got to stack it. A little bit of sweeping here. Only from the outside, though. They're off now. One does need to get swept. Holt's going to try and get it there. It has overcurled. It'll end up just short of the tee line. inside the 4-foot circle, but not necessarily the shot they were hoping for here. And they need to sweep this one from the start here. It is curling heavily. They're going to try and hit the red one, but it is curling a whole lot. It might miss. They just got it, but it will unfortunately knock their own stone out. The effort they were looking for there. Then Holt now really start to put the pressure back on. They get the 3 in that end, and they continue. This one is very delicately played. It does not seem to have great weight. They are sweeping this one just before the center of the sheet. Let's see, can they get it to the hog line? They do have it past the hog line and just over curled a tiny bit over the center line. It's certainly not a bad shot. Gonna try and go for a takeout here. Coming around to that very, very high guard. You make sure you throw it soft enough so it has the opportunity to curl. This one is not particularly soft, in my opinion. Needs to curl. It is wide. It's got to come in a whole lot. That is not going to do it. Unfortunate there. Missed opportunity. And now we'll see if Holt can deliver a good one here, looking to be right around in the 12-foot. Just in the 12-foot circle. A little bit left of the center line. We'll see if that can happen here. Alright, this stone is on the way. A little bit of sweeping from the outside. Nothing from the inside just yet. They want this one in the 12-foot circle. And it is looking like it'll be about there. They're both sweeping it here, trying to get it there. And they should get off it right about now. That is a great effort. Lovely sweeping, lovely pace on that. All around, very good shot there from Team Dollins. And they're playing the takeout now. Is this one going to come in? Let's see. Should just peel, I think. Yep. That is a pretty good peel from there. You need to be able to get access back to the center of the house. And that's exactly what they're trying to do with that shot. We're into the Vice Stones here in the fifth end. We'll get you some other scores here in a moment from the other three sheets. Swooping from the inside by Holt. Let's see, she's off of it now. This one is plenty on weight. What is that going to do to the Stones? That one in the back is certainly not biting now as it is out the back. Over on sheet 1, looks like you've got Rolling Stones 4, Holden 1 or 4, 2. Sheet 2. That is tied at 5 apiece between the Vice's Right and Sweeping Beauties. Over on sheet 4, we've got down at 8 in favor of the Cliffhangers to just 1 from $1 retail price. This one is down now. This one might hit that guard. I think it will end up hitting the guard. Not a whole lot of damage done. That guard is going to roll into a pretty poor location all the way out on the right side, but it did its purpose in guarding the center, and they're going to try probably throw another one here. This one getting swept from the inside and outside now. Weight is a concern here, I think. They want this one right about at the top of the 12-foot circle, top of the house. And we'll see. This one is not going to be there. It will still be on the center line, but it is another guard. A little deeper than the previous guard that they threw. Let's see, sweeping it really hard from the start. This one is curling way inside. That'll hit the guard that was just thrown. I was going to bounce. Will come out of play because that was a very, very heavyweight stone. And there's still another guard up in the top. Going to try and get this one in the 12-foot circle on the center line here. These are now the skipped stones. That'd be Lynn Momro-Zelensky throwing these skipped stones, but not technically the skip of this team. Holt says it's got plenty of pace on it. Let's see where this one will end up. Is it going to get through? I'm not sure it will. No, it will come into that left guard. Also come into the right guard as well. So now the left side of the ice is wide open here. Here we go. Sweeping it here. They don't think it has the line it needs. Stop for the time being. This one's got a curl, and it will. Oh, that takes out both. That's a great shot. Very well played there. Both the red stones out of the house. I believe yellow sitting 2. That one on the right side up just biting the 12-foot does appear to be biting the 12-foot. Let's see. Is this one how they've drawn it up? It's got a curl. It's got to curl a whole lot fast. I just don't think that it has it. That one might get swept all the way through. That'll end up in the 8-foot circle, but not shot rock. It is now just counting 1 to yellow. They take this red rock out, and they might be sitting 3. Our last stone then of the 5th end on the way. Plenty that can go wrong. They could chip their own stone out, peel it, and it would be just 1 red. But they just need to try and hit it. It's going to go well wide, but they still will get the points in that end. After 5, that makes it 6-5 in favor of Come On Down Rink over Team Dollins. Back here in the 6th end, that first stone thrown by Come On Down Rink will be a nice center guard. And here's Dollins' first. They're sweeping this one now. Would love to have it curl around, get past that yellow, but it is not going to get there. I'll end up just about even with it on the TV line. And Eichholz is calling for this one in the house behind those 2 guards. A nice draw shot played here. Ice is up to speed. So it's going to be very delicate here. This one does not quite curl as much as they were hoping for, but they are in the house. Collins is going to try and play that same curl around those two guards. This one is a very, very wide swinger here. They're sweeping it, though. Might not have the weight. And this one will not reach the hog line. Will come out of play. Let's see how this one turns out. This one does need some sweeping here. Well, they're watching it now. Sweeping. This could come in narrow. It's starting to curl a lot towards the end. Also losing a lot of speed here. Will just nick that guard at 3 in a row there. That'll work. Protecting their stone in the house. Come on down, rink in the yellow without the hammer here. They just want to try and make it as difficult as possible for Collins to score. Let's see here. They're just going to go right down the middle. Trying to go for the double. They won't get it. They can still remove that stone from play. Not a bad result. Drawing around the other side this time. They are sweeping it. I think this one is really slowing down because of how wide it was played out. This one is barely going to get over the hog line if it even does. They've got it there. Here's Holt. Very smooth delivery. Gets way down deep into it. This one is just going to peel that yellow stone, it would appear. Well, it actually bumps it, and they're in the house. Oh, very, very nearly took out that yellow stone right in the center of the house. Just nicked the yellow stone and gave it almost the perfect trajectory. Got right in between those reds. Very nearly the greatest shot we've seen so far this weekend. And the greatest shot we might see all weekend. But It wasn't meant to be. All right, no sweeping just yet. They're ready to go. Just a bit of cleaning taking place. Let's see, is this one going to curl around that guard? Right in between them. Just barely hitting the outside one. And that stone does not come to rest in the house. So it is still just the one stone in the house towards yellow. McDonald's wants a takeout here. Trying to shoot the gap yet again. Pearson's first in this end. And number 6 of 8. Here she goes. Is this one going to be good? Holds on it fast. Both sweepers trying their hardest to get this one on the line it needs to go. Like it might just over curl here. Yeah, that's over curling. Might actually promote the yellow. Oh, not enough momentum. Still just the one yellow. See. They're sweeping this. This yellow stone here. This does not have as good of weight as some of the previous ones. This one is going to be guard weight if it gets there. They are content with what they've thrown at this point. Come in and add another guard to that complex on the left side, making it almost impossible to get any shots through there. Now, Pearson's second in the 6th end here. No sweeping just yet. We're a takeout. Is this one going to curl in? Gotta curl in. Might just slip through here. And will it be good at the end? Unfortunately, it did not curl enough. Split the gap, but did not end up with any positive result there. All right. Michael's going down the ice now. Ready to throw her first. Here in the 6th end. The team is up 6-5, having just taken one. Cleans off the stone, cleans off the ice. Ready to go here. Steps down into the hack. Ready to go. Like the line, straight into it now. Here's the push. Maybe just a little bit wide on the release. It's got to curl in. Starting to curl. Starting to slow down a lot as well. They're going to need to sweep this one. And they're just going to accept the guard. And that removes any opportunity of getting it through to the house at this point. They're going to need to have some sort of promotion play here if they want to try and kind of steal. Be interesting to see. McDonald's draws up here for Mama Zelensky to throw. Just going to try and throw the takeout here. Get rid of that guard. See what happens. This one is a little wide. Gotta curl in. Thrown very heavy. That is not going to help it curl. Might just nick it though. It will. That does not seem to be the result they were looking for there, because that lane is still very clogged up. Almost would need to throw like a spinner around if they want to get into the house, but I think with the delivery stick that makes it pretty difficult. Things are certainly looking good for Come On Down Rink to get the steal. And if they get the steal, they're looking pretty good for the potential 2-0 start here in the Carosella. In Pool C, let's see, this one is really slow. They do not have the pace they need. What are they going to try and do here? Is getting over the hog line? Yes, it has gotten over the hog line. Just caused more problems, prevent a lot of the opportunity for a potential hit out and promotion here. Looks like Rollins sees that line. Maybe going to try and promote that red stone. Let's see how this one ends up here. Bolt's starting to sweep. Both sweeps on. They're going to try and shoot the gap. This one might just make it through that gap. No. It'll nick that red. Can't get that red to just bite. No. Lane is open. Unfortunately, that was the last stone. And that is a stolen end. That is the first stolen end that we've had here in this match between Team Dollins and Come On Down Rink. It looked like it was just the one or Come On Down Rink. So then that would make it after 6 ends. Come On Down Rink 7, Team Dollins 5. We're back here in that first rock played by Come On Down Rink, the center guard. This one here, they'd like to have it in the house in the corner. Bolt's trying her hardest to get it there, and she'll have it right on that broom. That's a pretty good effort. Maybe a little bit too much, but certainly something that'll work for them. Looks like they're going for the takeout here. Sweeping from the inside, trying to prevent the curl. Now it needs to curl a little bit. It might have overswept. And that will take both stones out of play. Oh, here's Dollins, a second. Both sweepers on it. One might not be to the hog line. Nope. Go ahead and take it out of play. Dollins has had a couple not make it to the hog line in this one. She'll need to look for coming into their third match later today. Bit of a slip there, but still on the way. They're going to sweep it. They're going to try and get it there. The weight was less than optimal. And they've gotten it there, it would seem. Yes. Good sweeping there. They'll get it just past the other guard that they've thrown. Ready to go now. A little bit of sweeping here so far. Both sweepers are on it. Want to make sure this has the distance to get into the house around those two guards. And this one will not. Will come to rest just tapping that one guard. 3 of them in a row now. Right, this one, where is this going to end up here? It's tracking to maybe nick that right side guard. Sweeping it to try and keep it from doing that, but at the same time, they don't want to get it too far here. I think this one might get swept out of the house there by Dollins. Let's see, can she get it there? Just not quite. That's in the 12-foot circle. Got some score updates for you. Over on sheet 1, they're tied at 5 apiece in the middle of the 7th end. On sheet 4, the teams have gone ahead and shaken after 6 ends. And that is the Cliffhangers taking the win there over $1 retail price. And this one here from Holt, getting swept the whole way, trying to get it to come around these guards. One should end up in the house. I don't want it too far, though. I don't want it to get too deep. That one will end up in the 4-foot circle just in front of the T-line. Very good delivery there from Holt. Tied 5-5 over on sheet number 1. As previously says, between Rolling Stones and Hole in One or 4. And on sheet 2, 8 points in favor of the Vice is Right compared to, it looks like it's a 5, and that is indeed a 5. Now here we are. Stone. One's probably going to hit that guard in the front. Might promote it. No, just not. It just knocked those 2 yellow stones Collins was ready to try and sweep it in and get the promotion. It was not meant to be. Now we're in the Vice Rocks here. Pearson's first for Dollins. Draw 4 at 11. The Big Wheel Peelers and Curl on down on sheet 1. And Janzuski and Actual Retail Ice on sheet 4. So, yet to be determined if we will want to broadcast in that game other than just the video feed. This one here's got to curl. It's also got to get there. Holt's gotten off it now. Back on now. Let's see. This one could end up in the 8-foot circle. Yeah, it's curling a whole lot at the end. This is a great effort there. Now let's see this one. I end up right on that yellow guard on the right side. Gonna hit it. Perhaps knock that center line guard into the house. Not a whole lot of handle on that throw. Also thrown wide. Swooping to prevent the curl. We're going to try and hit that right stone now, changing plans. They might just get that to bite you. That one is biting, but not counting. And Hollins wants her to put it in the 12-foot circle pretty high up here. Get it around those guards. Really put the pressure on here. A good shot would have them counting 3 with just the skip rocks to go after this one lays to rest. Is this one going to bounce off that one yellow? It'll just miss it. But they will still be counting 3 for yellow. Sorry, for red, excuse me. Dollins can really take the lead back here. They do have the hammer in this end. Holes is trying to talk this one out. Let's see what he's drawing up. Right. Steps down in the hack, wastes no time after the cleaning. Very much into it. Heavy shot here. Let's see where they hit. Take them. Sweeping, trying to prevent curl. Well. That's going to go a little heavy. Oh, I think we might be dealing with just counting 2 for red now. That overhead angle we have is not conclusive by any means. And, of course, keep in mind that it is not above the button. It is above about... It's in the middle of the 8-foot circle. Keep that in mind. Might get 2 measurements in the same match here. Or of course it would potentially not even matter if that stone is removed from play. Well, let's see where this one ends up. This one needs to stop. Now, I don't think that's counting 4. Should be at least counting 2, maybe 3, and maybe 4, but we do not know yet. All right, Eichholz' last one here in the 7th end. Just 2 ends go. One more after this one. This will really a pivotal moment. He's currently 7-5 in favor of Come On Down Rink. There's an Eichholz. She lets this one go. Very delicate. Does seem to be over curling already. Well, no. They are letting this one work. This one is certainly tracking towards the button. They're sweeping it hard. Are they going to get it there? They've gotten off now. I think this might just be what they needed. That is a very good shot. Currently counting 1 red from our view, but that is still a very, very, very well played shot. That is about as good as you could ask for there, for sure. I think they might just be playing a draw shot here. And Dolan's down 2, needs to have a good end here, because if they don't score multiple, they're losing the hammer and down into the last end. And this one was not what they wanted. The last rock here. Well, it could potentially get a promotion here if they're lucky. Just barely no. I believe as we see it, that counts 1 red, and that is not a good situation for Dollins. Not in possession of the hammer, down 1 going into the final end. So after 7, it is Come On Down Rink 7 and Team Dollins 6. 1 more to play from the Schenectady Curling Club. So now Dollins, the skip of this team, throwing the lead rocks, has asked for a corner shot in the house here, about on the tee line in the 12-foot circle. Let's see if she can deliver this one here. The 8th and final end. Her team down 1. They need a steal here. And both sweepers are on it here. This one might not have the distance it needs. Certainly starting to slow down here. This one might not be in the house at all. They're going to leave it. That one is in the house. Yeah, it really, really held true at the end there. That is in the 8-foot circle where they wanted it on line, but not where they wanted it in depth. They're just going to try and freeze it to the rock here. No, they're playing the takeout now. The takeout is the shot here. And come on, downrank playing without the hammer and the lead. Or with the hammer and the lead, all you need to do is just remove all the Dollins stones and you won the match. You don't need to score here. You just need to make sure that Dollins does not score. And this one, will it curl in? Yes, but it will not make enough contact with that stone to prevent it from staying in the house. And Dollins has the opportunity here to get more stones in the house. She wants this one as far away as this other one as possible and still in the house so that the double is not possible here. They need the steal. They need rocks in the house. This one is on the way. Holt's going to get down and sweep. That's both sweepers now. This one is not as heavy from our view here. This one might not make it in. No. And that leaves Come On Downrank the opportunity to just play the takeout shot. They're going to play it from the opposite direction this time. In turn. And here it is. Watching it now. This one needs to curl a little bit. It needs to curl just a little bit. It's starting to go. They're sweeping it now. Trying to prevent the curl. And let's see. This one is tracking well. Removes the stone from play and keeps it. Keeps their own right in the forefoot. Very, very good hit right on the nose there. So let's see. They want to try and hide this one behind the guard. Playing without the hammer. Dollins really needs to get a couple breaks here. The best way to get yourself a couple breaks is to put yourself in the situation that you need. And you've got to watch this one curl. This one will come just across the center line as it dies. Might be too long though. Might just be too heavy. Here's the sweeping. Mike holds. This one is going to stay in the 12-foot. Fighting the 8. And that does bury itself somewhat behind the guard. But it does leave a good amount of space. They're going to try and freeze it. Going now for the out-counting strategy. They've got the stone in the 4-foot. So if they just clog up the middle, then that will mean bad news for Team Dollins. This one is tracking pretty well. A curl, a good amount at the end. R's going to sleep this one. Get it past. And just a little bit of space in between there. They are lined up. And now the call is for the takeout of this yellow stone in the 4-foot circle. This will be Holt's final rock of this match. Let's see what she can deliver here. Thrown pretty well online from what she was given. Gotta watch it curl. Gotta be ready to sweep it though. This one needs to come in a lot more. And that one just held very true right down the center the whole way. Not the shot that they wanted. And this stone working its way down the ice, getting the sweep. Both sweepers are on it here. To get this, yep, let's see. Trying to get it into the house. It's not going to bury itself behind the guard, but that is still a good shot there. We're going to try and go for a double here, I think. Let's see. Are they going to try and have it hit that first yellow and then hit the second yellow? Let's see. That's the kind of shot you need to play at this stage of the game, in this situation. All right, this one. Is it going to get the curl it needs? Holt sweeping. She's trying to prevent the curl here. Sweeping very hard. That will take out that stone in the 4-foot. Removing it from play. Now this will just be a relatively simple takeout now. Or come on down rink. Halfway through this final end here. Things are not looking good for Team Dollins. They're both sweeping this one hard. They're trying to get the curl to stop here. Trying to get the speed that they need. That'll take out that yellow. And it'll bury that yellow. Take out the red and bury the yellow in behind those guards. Our Dollins just got to play the draw here. See if Pearson can deliver. Two of her final rocks here. It's our last one here in this 8th end. Draw 3. Holt's sweeping now. She's got to get it there on distance. It does not have the distance right now. She's got to sweep it as hard as she can. Dollins is going to step up here. Are they going to get it inside? No, they are not. Not a good situation for them at all. Let's see here. Come on down rink. The final vice stone of this match. No sweeping just yet, just the clean. Now they're starting to sweep. On 2/3 of the way down. Just playing the guard. Is this going to get over the hog line? That's the question. And it's there. On the center line. That's a good played guard there. And now it is just the skip stones remaining. And Mama Zielinski going to throw them here for Team Dollins. What is Laura Dollins going to draw up here? Rock is away. It's got a good amount of pace, although it is quite to the outside, so it's going to come down here. They are sweeping it. Let's see. Are they going to get this one to draw into the 4-foot circle? They got to really work for this one. They got to work hard. Dollins is going to step in here, and another one is just going to come up just short. And that is not a good situation for Team Dollins. They're going to have to think a long time about this one, how they want to get 2 in if they want to try and win. And of course, they don't even have the hammer here. They do not have the hammer. They're not in the advantageous situation. Things are looking very good for Come On Down Rink to try and put this one away. Kershike holds the skip of Come On Down Rink. Gets into her routine here. Lifts the stone, cleans it, brushes off the ice. Once she steps into the hack, she's very quick into the delivery, so here she goes. Delicate release. Let's see here. No sweeping just yet. This one is going to come down a lot because of how far to the outside it is. And they've got to start sweeping it now. This one. All right. Playing the guard. This one will just bite the 12-foot circle there. This is a very tough one here. You think they just have to try and promote this one in the middle. You need it anywhere biting the 4-foot, and you've got the lead in this end. You can try and tie it at 7. The score right now, Come On Down Rink 7, Team Dahlin 6. Just one rock to play for each team here in the 8th and final end. Draw 3 of the 2022 Carosella Bonspiel. Come On Down Rink with a 1-0 record. Team Dahlins with an 0-1 record. We'll see. The shot from Lynn Momra-Zielinski. It's away. This has got a curl. What is this going to do? You'd think if this bumps a stone, it's going to be a little too heavy. Might push it through the 4. Let's see. No. Does not get it done. Sitting 2 for Come On Down Rink. You'd think. They just want to play the most low-risk shot they can here. As they're not shaking just yet. They want to make sure that there's no opportunity to let it go. And they're going to go ahead and shake here. That'll be it. So Come On Down Rink will take the win. And they will move to 2-0 in Pool C. It's a very good start for them. And for Team Dahlins down 0-2. I think they were certainly hoping for a little more. Looks like over on Sheet A, we've got the score 7-5 in favor of the team with the yellow stones. That will be hole in 1 or 4 ahead of the Rolling Stones. Hole in 1 or 4, that team from Albany. And the Rolling Stones, one of the teams from Metcalf. And over on Sheet 2, in the 8th end, we've got a score of 8-7 in favor of the Vices right over the Sweeping Beauties. And as previously mentioned, the Cliffhangers did win in 6 ends after the teams shook, and that victory was over $1 retail price. And again, after this, at 11 approximately, we'll have on Sheet 1, we have Big Wheel Peelers versus Curl On Down. Team from Cape Cod versus the team from Albany. And then on Sheet 4, we will have Team Januszewski from Schenectady versus Actual Retail Ice from Schenectady. No action on Sheet 3. We'll give you what we can. Unfortunately, our blind spot of the camera means that we cannot show you really what's going on sheet number 1. Let's see if we can't get you something on sheet number 2 here. This is the Metcalf team right now, I believe. That one makes it through. Interesting. Looks like they're shaking on that sheet as well. One little bit more of action going on sheet 1. Looks like they have just 3 rocks to throw there, although you can't really see it. And again, the next draw will be beginning at approximately 11 a.m., pending ice resurfacing. That will be Pool A play. You can see all of the information. We have a spreadsheet posted to our social media pages. Your SchenectadyCurlingClub.us on the web. Facebook, Schenectady Curling Club. And Twitter and Instagram at Curl Schenectady. I have a link to a Google spreadsheet with all of the information on draw times, playoff information, and the pools. And once the action finishes up here on sheet number 1, we'll move over to a different video live stream for draw number 4, so be sure to look for that. I'm just keeping each draw into its own YouTube video. So once this stream goes offline, just be ready to view the next one. It will be posted. It'll be on the YouTube channel. If you click on the Schenectady Curling icon, it should bring you to the YouTube channel. And then once the next broadcast goes live, if you refresh, it should show up. And over on sheet 1, it is a 7-5 advantage in favor of hole-in-one or 4 over the Rolling Stones. I believe that should just about do it. We got one more rock to be played. So the final rock of draw number 3 is on the way. And that looks pretty tight. In either case, hole in 1 or 4 does take the victory. It is either a 1-point victory or a 3-point victory over the Rolling Stones. So it looks like Curl On Down will move to 2-0. Will they? No, they'll move to 1-1. Yes, Curl On Down will move to 1-1, as will the Rolling Stones. And we've got Come On Down, rank at 2-0, Team Dollins at 0-2. Those are the Pool C standings. So with that, that's all the play for Draw 3 finished. Ice prep is beginning for Draw number 4, as you can see. We'll end this live stream and we will restart a new one for Draw number 4, so please look out for that. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in just a few minutes here.